Topping the news tonight, one is dead after a single vehicle rollover last night on Pryor Road. A female was traveling eastbound went off the road for unknown reasons. The car rolled several times before coming to a stop. Montana Highway Patrol received a call about 9:30 this morning of an abandoned vehicle. When arriving on scene, first responders discovered the body of the deceased female. She was not wearing a seatbelt and was ejected from the vehicle. Alcohol and speed are considered factors in the crash, and the time of the accident is unknown. The investigation is ongoing and is now being taken over by the Bureau of Indian Affairs. The partial government shutdown that began December 22nd is already the longest in U.S. history, and there are still no signs of it ending any time soon. Meg Oliver reports.
The partial government shutdown is now in its fourth week, but talks to end it have stalled. The sticking point remains the White House's demand for a wall along the southern border. In a series of tweets Sunday, the president described the wall as vital to national security, writing, "The damage done to our country from a badly broken border, drugs, crime, and so much that is bad is far greater than a shutdown, which the Dems can easily fix as soon as they come back to Washington." Senator Lindsey Graham suggested a short-term solution.
Open up the government for a short period of time, like 3 weeks, before he pulls the plug, see if we can get a deal. If we can at the end of 3 weeks, all bets are off. See if he can do it by himself through the emergency powers.
Meanwhile, the White House dismissed claims made in the Washington Post and the New York Times this weekend. The Post said Mr. Trump had gone to extraordinary lengths to hide details of his meetings with Russian President Vladimir Putin. The Post said the president even took his interpreter's notes.
Why is this President Trump's best buddy? I don't get it. You know, it raises serious questions about the relationship between this president and Putin.
The Times said FBI Director James Comey's firing prompted the Bureau to investigate whether President Trump was acting on behalf of the Kremlin.
Are you now, or have you ever worked for Russia, Mr. President?
I think it's the most insulting thing I've ever been asked.
White House aides called those reports outrageous and silly. Meg Oliver, CBS News, New York.
The partial government shutdown means that most employees in Yellowstone National Park were not working for 20 days during the holidays. MTN's John Shear reports that local businesses in West Yellowstone are stepping up to make sure visitors are still able to enjoy the park.
Thanks to the government shutdown, the Old Faithful Visitor Center right over here is closed. There's no one on the payroll to run it. But you find a snow coach right over here and a line of snowmobiles right over here. There are plenty of people visiting the park, and it's all because tour operators and volunteers are pitching in.
We're getting along just fine.
Dozens of snowmobile and snow coach tour groups traveled through the park this week.
And when it erupts, it'll shoot water 75 feet into the air.
Popular stops and heated restrooms are open, and the roads are groomed for snowmobiles and snow coaches.
Each of our guides, whether they're on snowmobiles or in snow coaches, basically like a ranger.
It's pretty common for us to have fires here each and every summer.
They step up to the plate.
The operators are providing toilet paper, cleaning supplies for the guides to bring in when they're here.
About the only giveaway that the park is not operating normally for the winter season is the lack of staff at the entry gates and visitor centers. It's costing the businesses thousands of dollars a week to keep the services going, but it's important for them and for their employees.
I would have totally been out of a job. I think this is my fourth government shutdown that I've been working, living here, and this is the first one that I've been able to continue to work during the shutdown.
We realize that it's a privilege for us to be able to take people into the park. We realize that the people appreciate that opportunity.
Now, at least a few government employees are heading back to work to keep the park clean and safe. At Old Faithful in Yellowstone National Park, I'm John Shearer for MTN News.
Some park employees began returning to work Saturday. Others returned today to provide health and safety services. Even though entrance stations are being staffed, park entry fees are not being collected during the shutdown. There's been national attention on the case of a 13-year-old a girl from Wisconsin who escaped this week after being kidnapped 3 months ago. MTN's Jonathan Ambarian talked to a Helena man who discovered he has a close family connection to Jamie Claus's escape.
Tim Harris says he had seen news coverage about Jamie Claus, the girl who went missing in Wisconsin nearly 3 months ago when her parents were killed.
I remember reading about it, hearing about it. I remember all about it. And when my sister called, the whole thing was not news to me.
But what was news to him was that his sister Jeannie had played a significant role in Jamie's safe return.
She called me to say, this is what happened. I just want you to know, they told us to call family and let them know that I'm okay, that nothing has happened to me, but we found Jamie Claus. And I was quite blown away.
Jamie had managed to get away from the man who had kidnapped her. Jeannie had been walking her dog Henry near her cabin when she spotted the missing girl.
She told me, I did not want to go for a walk, but I felt something like God was saying, get up off the couch, get Henry, go for a walk. You never know what's going to happen. And she got out and she's on her walk, and Jamie came walking towards her.
She quickly brought Jamie to a neighbor's house where they called 911. Harris says his sister was the perfect person for this situation, as she's a trained social worker.
She has great concern for other people. She's always had a real heart for working with kids.
He says it was a great feeling to know what she had been able to do.
I was, again, absolutely very proud of my sister. She just loves being able to help wherever she can. It's just an absolute trait of hers.
In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.
The man suspected of kidnapping Jamie Claus and killing her parents was arrested shortly after she was found. He is scheduled for an initial court appearance on Monday. The newly elected president of the Northern Cheyenne tribe says she wants unity for the tribe and more accountability taken by the tribal government. Tribal members elected Rena Lee Whiteman Pena as president in a special election on Thursday. Pena takes over for Jace Killsback, who resigned in October because of clashes with the legislative branch. She told MTN that she wants to work on jobs, education, and taking care of the elderly.
Stand together to see us prosper. All of the things that our ancestors sacrificed so that we can have this homeland. We kind of forgot about where we really come from. We're Northern Cheyenne people, and unity, is what's going to keep us together as a nation. We need to strive for that.
Pena also says she wants to work on the problem of missing and murdered Indigenous women and children, drugs and alcohol, and empowering the youth. Pena will be sworn in on January 21st. Well, thanks for watching the 5:30 news. After the break, a Western Montana basketball team making a difference nationwide through their suicide prevention awareness videos. And later in sports, do the Tinkles have challengers for the first family of basketball in Montana? We'll meet a Great Falls group who is coming on strong. But first, let's check in with meteorologist Connor Pregitzer in the Weather Center.
Well, it's not a broken record today. The weather was just the same as it was yesterday, and we've got more on deck for tomorrow. I'll break down the whole week coming up in the full forecast a little bit later.
You're watching MTN News with Zoe Zandora, Storm Tracker weather with Connor Pregitzer, and sports with Casey Conlon. This is the 5:30 news on Q2, Montana's news leader.